I've labeled this dish as a rendang, but technically speaking, this is a Padang rendang curry paste. Padang rendang curry. Do you know what this is? Rendang chicken rice. We're back with another episode of our rice cooker series, and this is a fast and easy way to get all the flavors of rendang with their fragrant flavored rice, the marinated chicken, in one pot. So I've pre-marinated my bone-in chicken thighs with a Padang rendang paste. This you can do for about 4 hours, or you can leave up to overnight. But don't go past overnight, because then you can't taste the chicken anymore, okay? The best way to do this is in a Ziploc bag. Try and get all the air out of it. I leave the skin side on, but the meat side of the chicken thigh, I make cuts in there so that more of that paste can go in. So let's take a look at what they look like after they've been marinated. Okay. Can you see I have made these long cuts in the meat side of the flesh that go all the way through to the bone? But I don't do it on the skin side lah, because the skin pretty ma. So that's my chicken marinated. Just slap on the paste and then go. Now, the next thing I want to talk about are my aromatics. I'm using lemongrass here, okay, as well as limau leaf, Kaffir lime leaf. I love the flavors of this. What I usually like to do is I give them a rip down the center of the spine. This exposes a little bit more of that aromatic surface. Ah, it smells great. It smells like a spa. If you take a quick close-up here, right, you can see that one lemongrass stalk has been bruised and it is moist. I've crushed it with the back of my knife, and this helps to enable a lot of the aromatic oils to come out of the lemongrass stalk. If not, it's wrapped in layers and layers of this fibrous husk. Now, doing so, and then after cooking a curry or a stew, or in this case, steaming this dish in a rice cooker, is going to allow all that flavor to come out into the rice. Right? How do you do this? Very, very simple. Use the back of your knife and then give this a knock. As you bash these bits, you are crushing the structure of the lemongrass and allowing all that aroma to seep into the rice. Now, I prefer doing this versus cutting up lemongrass and then throwing it into the pot, simply because then I have to deal with little bits of lemongrass flying around, and lemongrass is a little bit fibrous. I don't like that. I prefer the whole stalk. When my dish is cooked, I just take out the stalks of lemongrass. Done. Now to assemble the dish in the rice cooker. All right, to assemble this dish, we start with our Basmati rice. Why Basmati rice? First of all, I love the texture, and this grain works really well with this dish. But also because, if you guys haven't already heard, the Meatman Group has just opened up an FB concept called Rice. And when we spoke to so many of you that day, all of you said more Basmati recipes. Okay, Ken, here we go, Basmati into the pot. 300 grams of water, my Padang rendang paste, as well as my favorite ingredient here in this recipe, right? This is Kerisek. If you don't already know what Kerisek is, it has so much flavor and so much aroma. This is toasted coconut flakes that have been ground up. Kerisek. It's got this caramelized nutty note. On top of that, I have my coconut cream. Now I'm going to give this a quick stir, just to make sure all the flavors and ingredients are well incorporated. A little bit of salt, and finally, my Kaffir lime leaf and 2 stalks of bruised lemongrass that goes in my gloriously marinated chicken thighs, just sitting on my rice and all that flavor. As the chicken cooks, it will release even more flavor into the rice. Very nice. This is what it should look like. We're going to stick this into the rice cooker and come back in about 40 to 50 minutes. Oh. All right. First, my basmati rice. Look at all that. And basmati rice retains its texture. You can feel the individual grains.
So how legit not?
These are flavors that I like lah. Whether it's legit or not, you have to ask my 2 colleagues here lah. All right, time for the chicken. Now remember, the chicken was marinated ahead of time, so that all the flavors could penetrate. Yeah. Nice and juicy. Look at that. Ooh. My producer wants me to say something, but I'm tasting the chicken. Wow, the chicken is really quite good. That gentle cooking in the rice cooker really helps that chicken retain its moisture, and the marination beforehand really helps that flavor go all the way in. There's some rice now. This really works. You guys gotta try it. On top of that, go and tell me in the comments what other dishes you guys want to see us cook in a rice cooker, okay? Meanwhile, me and my bawang goreng and my rice and more chicken. You're wrong and cut already.